okay. Turn to Michael Jackson. Hi, everybody. It's Christina. It's Vox and Guest. It's Monday night. We're here. I'm hearing things clinkering in the background. Is clinkering a word? It is now. Nobody looks to be here, but I know that's a lie. So I'm just going to keep talking to people. We're back in our studio. How exciting is this? I know it doesn't look any different than our old studio because it's just a black background, but deep down you all knew that we were displaced and now we're not. So this is very exciting. Also very exciting is the mystery panel of greatness that I have tonight. I'm going to tease it a little bit. Okay. So we have someone who was interviewed on Vox and Guest as part of his band. We have someone who's been on the show a bajillion times. I think that's an exact count. We have someone, at least for part of the show, who's never been on the panel, but who we've played before. And we have someone, I'm excited for all of them, but that the entire community loves, like everybody loves, just completely loves. And you're all going to pee just a little bit when you see him. So get your Depends or I don't know, small, shallow platters ready or whatever to catch it because look who's here, everybody. Look at all of them. Look at this handsome panel. We have Dave from Trick Shot. Say, hey, Dave.
Hi, Dave.
My accent was still worse. It was still worse than your bad imitation of my bad imitation of your very good accent. But Dave from Trick Shot is here. I'm so excited that you're here, Dave, because we have not really gotten to chat since we did your interview last year.
No, it's been a bajillion years. I think it was last August, to be honest, because Ian was sunning up in Queensland.
It was. Yeah, it was. It's like a year. Exactly, yeah. I think, almost. Look at that. Not fair. We have to do it again before August of 2025. We have Geo Big Deck Energy in the house. He's rested. He's pumped. He's primed. He's wearing a shirt. What shirt are you wearing, G? Geo, what shirt is that?
16 by 20 today.
Okay. Well, there you go.
16 by 20.
Of course, behind him, one of the Deck of Many Bands decks on the wall, which I love so much. Bottom square, we have Gray from Tension Splash, who looks a little bit like he's been abducted and forced to be here. And he kind of was a little bit, but not too much, right, Gray?
Well, I just didn't know what to expect out of all this. You know, my drummer calls me up and hits me with these, hey, can you pull off these interviews tonight, you know, on a Monday night when, I'm a normal working stiff most of the time. You know, every once in a while I get to be a rock star. So I'm like, sure, why not?
So, yes, imagine, if you will, being a person who's never had to deal with me before. And then all of a sudden you're here live on the show. And it's like, what is actually happening right now? Yeah. So for those of you who know Tension Splash, you're most familiar with Sean, who does all of the social media. But this is Gray. And Gray, in his fantastic facial hair, had to be here tonight because we're going to be doing a premiere. We're going to do it pretty soon, Gray, because I know you have a very early morning. So we'll get you out of here as quickly as possible. And in the center square, as advertised, who knows who this is? It's Stephen Burlow's band in the house. Yeah. Stephen was so sweet because we had an opening yesterday, and out of nowhere he messages me and was like, panel? With a picture of himself, and I was like, what? You're on the phone? See, Kurt gets it. You did, Kurt. Legend. Absolutely. Let's say hello to some of the people in the chat. See who's here, because we went from 0 to people to like 24 people overnight. Yes, Christy, we'll get there with the clamoring of Fira. Blind Shadow Vortex, it's about that time. It is. Hey, Richie Warwick. Hey, peoples. I like that it's plural twice. Nate from Bond of Iniquity is here. Hello, Nate. Howdy. Joey Freaky, always on time and always late. It's true. Somehow you managed to do both. Hey, everybody. Gandalf. Okay.
That's Nick.
I'm gonna assume that's your Nick. Gandalf. I love it.
Nick Fields, a guitar player.
Better Gandalf than Saruman. I'm gonna go with that. Juz says, how is everyone going? We're well, Juz. How are you? Derek, it's good to see you. G'day. Don't get me back into that. Hi, Marshall. The Truth Music is here. 3 Bravo. Hey, Craig. Look at this. We got a serious fucking always hilarious chat. Miss Candy. Hi, Candy. Hey. And Sewer Drone is here. Hello, look at this with a thumb. A solitary thumb. But given that there could have been any of a number of single fingers there, I'm glad it was a thumb. Hey, Tom, wow, look at this. We got everybody. I think since everyone's here, we should pray. What do you think? Should we do that impromptu crochet lesson thing that I've been talking about, or play a song? Play a song. Okay, good, because I don't know how to crochet, so it'd be really shitty lessons. Okay, we're gonna start with a band called Dead Target. Dead Target has a song called Signs. This is a Norwegian 4-piece punk rockers, and they are here to talk to us about when you are the victim of a toxic relationship, which I don't know about all of you, but not an unfamiliar topic here. So actually, I do know about all of you, except for you, Gray. But hopefully, yeah. Okay.
I'm all right now, the areas.
All right, there you go. So we're going to do it. Joey is clamoring. There's clamoring. We're going to do it. We're going to play the song Let Us Roll Signs by Dead Target.
Thinking about back then when you were wasting my time. Thinking about everything that was going through my mind. 'Cause you said you were bored and you wanted to get high. Now I'm done with the shit life, done doing my time. 'Cause with you, there's always signs of mass destruction. Still it's no of mass destruction, but still there's no one that I'd rather see. And with you, there's always time to make things better. Instead at night, when I try to let it be.
Yes. Good morning, everyone. Holy shit. That was great. That is what I think of as like production to where it is in your fillings. Like I felt like I heard that inside my body, that whole thing. That was fucking awesome. What did we think? Mystery panel of greatness of Dead Target and Signs. Anyone?
I loved it. Yeah, not only was it a great song, but yeah, I love seeing young kids playing the killer gear too,
Yeah.
being a bit of a tech head. The Marshall stacks, and I also love the little drummer spit. Where you're like, yeah, let's go. Dun, 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 dun. That was great.
No, I love it too because I mean, first of all, I say this every week, but I am such a sucker for a song where you get to really hear the bass, and that bass was great. But and you got to see the drummer, like not just occasionally in flashes behind the lead singer. You got to actually see the drummer, which is it's like seeing Bigfoot on a unicorn. So I'm always excited with the rhythm section. But holy shit, Gio, what did we think? What did we think? This is up your alley.
I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. It was a very, very strong surfer vibe to me. But I mean, overall, it was solid. It's just I'm still trying to catch up on the beat. Waking up.
Gotcha. Okay.
But yeah, it was good. It was very good.
That was some nap you took. Holy shit. You're still half asleep. Look at that. All right, Gray, what do you think? Do you want to weigh in? Since you're here, you might as well.
Well, I don't mind. I thought it was a solid band. I thought they were, a tight unit. And I find it interesting. You said it was from Sweden. Is that what you
Norway.
said?
Norway.
Or Norway?
Yeah.
I find it interesting to see, young lads like that,
yeah.
putting forth an effort of like more like a 90s approach to a punk rock feel. It was not your basic hardcore punk rock. It was a more organized and well rehearsed, I would say.
Yeah, actually, really good points.
Background
too.
vocals.
Yeah.
I always appreciate a background vocal.
Yes, I do. I as well as I. Okay, Steven, here we go. Popping your channel, your panel cherry or your channel Perry. That sounds like somebody who was on a bad 90s romantic.
How exciting.
Here it is. It's your moment. What did you think of Dead Target?
First of all, I was never that into music. Full stop. I think the drummer is awesome.
Yeah.
And the sticking your foot up on the drum kit is always rock and roll. All guitar solos, that works every time. And the harmonies throughout the entire band, that's just awesome.
Yeah. Absolutely. And I love that. I was not expecting the guitar solos to be what they were. Like that went in a whole other direction. And I loved that. That was more rock to me than punk, although I know it's sort of an arbitrary genre distinction, but like I really, anytime you got two guitars going at it at the same time, I'm a fan. And I just, I even the hey, they just that was so cleanly done. And Gray's point is a really good one. It was organized as a good word, which seems like a weird compliment for music, but for punk, I think it really is a good one because that's not always a given, which is fine too. But
if you're enough like me and you remember that crossover era, like coming into the like mid later 80s, when you had Anthrax and SOD and MOD making bands that were crossover punk metal bands, to where it was still a very punk and edgy feel to the way the writing style was there, but you had to. The guitars and the vocals were more organized and more cleaned up to where it felt more punchy.
Yeah.
Less,
and it's
chaos, more organized metal-y feel, but still a punk edge. That's the kind of stuff that where you coming out of the DRI eras and all that stuff, where you see those kind of like stickers on the side of a Slayer guitar or a Metallica guitar back in the 80s, and you'd wonder who those bands were. That stuff up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, it really did. It made the whole thing pop. And what's funny to me is these kids do not look very old at all, but they've been around since 2017. It was a different name. I think it was okay, go to the archives. I want to say Crime Time, I think. And then they just rebranded this year, if I'm not mistaken. So I mean, I don't know if they were feet high when they first formed, but 7 years in, they're making it happen. So, so there you go. Juz agrees that they look young. Richie suggesting coffee for Johan. So Johan must be here. Hi, everybody. Okay, you know what? That was a really strong start. So again, Dead Target by Signs by Dead Target. And I'm sure they could use more followers because everybody can and listeners. So let's make sure to pay attention to everybody tonight and love them up as we move into our second track, which is by Better Empty. Better Empty has a song that is their debut. This is their first song, okay? First song. They're out of Indiana, Evansville, and they call what they do, which is a blend of a whole bunch of different genres, 812 heavy music. Now, I'm going to assume that's a area code, but not entirely sure. So, but this music video with LCY Uncut is a one-shot music video, which I'm very curious about. So let us listen to some fucking metal. Losing Teeth, Better Empty.
Yours is the most terrible crime a human being could commit. I accuse you of a wasted life.
Hell, play that again. Holy shit. That was like, why is it over? I want more of it. Why is it over already? Make it come back. Please, fairies. Holy shit. Did you guys like that as much as I did? Holy shit. Better Empty, Losing Teeth. Gio, talk to me. That woke you up. There's no way you're still tired after that.
That was fun. That's a Wake Your Mama Up song. Watching the video, I mean, the song itself is just, it comes out crushing. But watching the video, I was really entertained by the expression on the drummer's face, who just looked like he was trying to stay caught up. He was trying to make sure that he was at the same speed as everybody else. But overall, I mean, that's just a pounding song. That was awesome.
You do not want to be the guy in the one-shot video that like sneezes or loses his place. Because I got to think that was not the first take of the one-shot video. You do not want to be that guy. So everybody might have been a little bit on edge, but what a clever like, it just goes to show you don't need a ton of money or effects or anything. You got some killer black and white, just pan cam one-shot footage with a great song and a great band. You're good. Like, I was in that for all 2 1/4 or whatever it was. So, Steven, were you able to listen to Losing Teeth?
Yes, I was, and that was awesome. To be honest, and that rocked my night. Yeah, they're going places.
Oh, man. So good. Dave, you're nodding away. You concur, huh?
Yeah, well, I think it was Freaky Things. You hit the nail on the head. That was dropped to H.
Yeah.
Heavy. As you know, not my usual cup of jam, but
Right.
that really got going. And like you said, the drummer, he was concentrating, but still having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, and as Gray said earlier, like I was brought up on the Metallica Anthrax kind of era of metal. So like a bit different to that.
Yep.
But yeah, they put down some good shit, man.
Indeed. Gray. Good shit indeed.
I felt they was organized, tight band. They brought on the sense of when the era of Pantera come to metal and the vocals got a little more aggressive.
Mm.
I'm a 50-50 on the aggressive style of vocal like that myself, but I'm not going to be the guy up that, he's got his stuff together and did a good job. I mean, video was organized. Looked like they spent a couple of bucks. Somebody's helping them out probably, and nice job.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so funny because I end up saying it almost every week. Like, this was not a genre that I listened to anywhere near so much as I do now, before I met everybody in the community. But, I mean, I love a good sludgy breakdown. I love those vocals were so raw, but tight at the same time. And it is so hard to do that well. Again, lots of drummer shots, which again, not just being married to a drummer, but just in general, that always makes me happy because everybody should get screen time in the band. Fuck, I really like that. Let's go to the chat. Let's see what everybody else thought too. Afira Christie digging the harmonies. Johan, hi, there's Johan. It says killer production, those low bass frequencies. Yeah, like, oh, right. Mike Mechanic A, hello, Mike, said that was killer and he loved it. And Juz is saying, oh my God, she wanted more. Yeah, I hear you. More. Yeah. But you know what, though? Like, and Freaky, just what? By the way, we want to congratulate Freaky Things because of their ISSA nomination. And they got to have some hobnobbing fun over the weekend. They met up with Michael Bate. I got to see a picture of all of them. I know JLD was there. A bunch of people were there. Zach Webb, I want to say, too. But yeah, man, that was just good. That was dirty. I loved it. I'm going to listen to that a bunch. Seriously. We're going to change tack a little bit here. We're going to do one more before we premiere Tension Splash. So Gray can make sure he gets to bed early enough. But
I ain't worried about it. You want to do what you got to do. I'm all right.
We are going to play a song by Deidre Patrick. Deidre has not been featured on Vox and Guest before that I am aware of. And it is long overdue. Deidre submitted the note. And this one is about a song where there's a lot of regret over missing a chance to say goodbye to somebody special who just left a note and then they never saw each other again. So this is a big bass showcase. So we're going to listen to this one. You're in for good vocals with Deidre. So here we go. The Note by Deidre Patrick.
I heard that you came by. I don't wanna miss you this time. Wait, what did you need to say? I would have been here if I had known. Why don't you answer your text or phone? I don't understand. You were more. I'm left reading between the lines of the note that you left behind. I don't understand what your note had to say. It's faded and it's crumbled now, just paper that's aged and in black ink. You said, I came by, but you weren't anywhere around. I'll catch you on the other side. Then you signed goodbye. I didn't know that this was your final note. I didn't know it was your final abode. Yeah, the note. Yeah, the note. Yeah, the note that you wrote. Yeah, the note. Yeah, the note. Yeah, the note that you wrote. I didn't know that this was your final note to me. I didn't know the note was your final abode. The note was your final abode.
Okay, so I got to hold forth on Deidre for just a minute before I let anybody else say anything. So, first of all, big ups to Les July on the bass. Fantastic bass line there, and definitely a showcase. She was not wrong about that. And Roger Hoinaki was on drums, and Chris Neufeld, who co-produced, was also on keys. So, want to give ups to everybody in the band, but you do not hear a voice like that very often. And in Deidre's voice, I hear Ann Wilson, I hear Pat Benatar, I hear Melissa Etheridge, I hear the entirety of the 80s, the best of it anyway, in female vocals. And to have both that level of crystal clarity and that rasp and that grit, especially in your chest voice, especially in that register, as a singer, that is not something I can do. And I am really glad that Deidre could do it, because then we all get to listen to it. But, you know, any of Deidre's stuff, she's, you know, most recent single, I think, out in June was Walking Blues. Like, just like go listen to Deidre. I know not too long ago, Deidre was, you know, having a hard time connecting with people and finding fans, which is, again, if, you know, I'm always on this pedestal about, you know, how you cannot measure anyone's ability by the level of reach that they have. You know, Deidre's yet another example of that. But I know everyone here already loves her. But if you weren't already listening, if you weren't already following, if you weren't already do all the things, please, because she should never feel like she's not connecting with people, not with that fucking voice. So, Deidre Patrick, the note, who wants to take it next? Dave, you look like you're chomping at the bit.
That's right down my alley. As you know, you hit it on the head, straight out of the 80s, all the classic singers. I was going to mention Pat Benatar straight off the bat. Yeah, even Bonnie Tyler, all, you know, any great female singer.
It's a good one.
The 80s. And, you know, and even Chris's production was pretty much bang on 80s production, I would have thought.
Yeah.
Bit thinner. Yeah, and not as contemporary on the production, but it suits it perfectly. Like you said, I'm just sitting there listening to, like you said, the rasp in the voice.
Yeah.
Like, that's just pure emotion and the connection that you get
Oh,
from...
she's here.
I don't know how good that.
Hi, Deidre.
that's the connection you get to the story that you've written about as well. You can
Yes.
have the technique, but if you're not connecting to what you're trying to emotively sing, then it doesn't come off as authentic, I guess.
100%. That's a really good point. And she does write her songs. So yeah, I mean, you live in that. And then when you have that voice, you could sell a lot of shit with that voice. Like you could make a lot of stuff work. But when you do also believe it, you're exactly right. The authenticity just right over the top. So
Yeah.
Steven, I know you're already a fan. What did you think of Deidre?
Ever since I've heard Deirdre, I've been in love with that lady. She can sing. She's got the presence, and there's not a bad song.
Nope.
To work with that lady would be awesome.
Well, let's do that,
Deidre.
shall we?
Yeah.
I like that idea. We've got a collab.
Big fan.
Deidre, Burlow's band wants a collab with you. I think that would be pretty spanktastic. Gray, what did we think? Was it organized? Did you like it?
Well, I thought it was great. I thought it was the best I've heard all night.
There you go. Big fan there in Gray.
All the other labels, you or ladies you threw up for the 80s with her, but I heard Roseanne Cash, Carlene Carter. I mean, airs from the these country girls that stepped into the English, Carter, Carlene Carter married Nick Lowe, went to to England and recorded albums. They were some of the best country rock type albums you ever heard. And I seen somebody say that was a nice soft rock. It wasn't soft rock. That song kicked ass.
It really did.
I thought it was a heavy rock song, and I felt it was, I don't know, I loved it. Great job.
There you go.
I'll listen to more.
There you go. Deidre Patrick, new fan made tonight. Gio, Deidre, words.
Deidre's fantastic. Yeah, Deidre's fantastic. I mean, from the onset, I got a lot of heart. Then when she started getting into the melody, that rasp, and you said it was Etheridge all the way, and I couldn't escape that. It just had me mesmerized.
Mesmerized. New fan Deidre. I'm glad you were here for this. No, seriously, I love when someone is so good that you can't even be mad that they can do something you can't. I really do. And and just from everything I know, also just a really good person too. So when you have a lot of talent and a good person, that's just everything. So Richie Warwick says powerhouse of angelic vocals. Very well said. Johan thinks it's outstanding, and it is. Hot Tom. Hi, Tom McElman says masterful voice, songwriting, and production. Yeah, we should make sure to point that up again. Incredibly well done. Blind Shadow Vortex loves how she added the gravel at certain times. Mechanic A, just fucking incredible. Master for craft, oozing of confidence, which is a hard task to achieve. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, because you have to also exude that, which is not easy. Hello, Love Scandal. Kate says, bravo. Bravo, brava. Afira Christie says, gorgeous and talented. It's not fair to us ugly and talentless people. Shut the fuck up, Christie. Seriously, you're such a pain in the ass, I swear to God. Fucking hell. Yes. So you're so welcome, Deidre. I'm so happy that you're here. And I'm so happy that we finally got to play you. We wait for people to submit things, and I don't want to be that person who's like, oh, can you send a song in because I want to play you on the show? Hey, she clicked on right when her song popped up. Crazy. Look at that. There you go. It was meant to be, Deidre, that you were going to be here. Tom says, blockbuster songwriting and voice. Blockbuster. I like that. Even though it was a shitty video store. It was a great thing from Deidre. She specializes in teaching singers to belt above their break, can do online. Okay, apparently I'm getting voice lessons from Deidre. So I will take that as a kind offer. No, I appreciate that. I do everything online, so that would make sense for me anyway. So again, the note, Deidre Patrick, make sure you're listening, please, to everybody who've played so far and everybody we're about to play, because it's time. Gray, your moment has come. It is time for the Tension Splash premiere. I am so excited about this because Greg has been raving about it in kind of a little bit of a dickish way, knowing that I can't listen to things before we premiere them. Just, You're really gonna love it. It's really, really good. Oh my god, the video is amazing. You're gonna love it. And I'm like, I can't listen to it yet. So, but yeah, so I'm very much excited about this. So, I know this is a song. We're roboting now. I'm talking. Put your robot away. Gray is like, what the fuck is going on right now? Okay, so this song has a really interesting history, right? So you did the bass and the drums and the guitar back in '94.
Yeah,
right?
somewhere around there.
Okay, and so now 30 years later, you've come back to do vocals and some rearranging and mixing and some digital magical bitlets in there apparently, and both with Tim as your producer and engineer at the Loft, right?
Yep. It's always been like a work in progress with that guy anyhow, because he's got about 5 million things in it, projects going on at all times. But I don't know, 30 some years ago when we was a hardworking young rock and roll Ann Arbor band, this song was actually in our set, and it is kind of in the same arrangement it is now, but 30 years ago, I don't know if what meanings I had or what lyrics I had at that time, but I don't know. It sat in the can for like 30 years. We got 4 songs done, and then the studio got locked out by Sponge, who paddled and recorded and did Rotten Piata and claimed the fames. And years later on, now he's the bass player for Sponge. But nonetheless, studio got locked out by Sponge. We have 4 songs in the can. We got one really mixed down, really good, so we could have it played on a couple of radio stations and start promoting this next EP that we was trying to put out.
Yeah.
But these other 4 songs, they sat there, and as time progressed, we were playing them, but we really wasn't playing them in their full capacity yet.
Okay.
And then, everybody started getting jobs, and kids started coming, and
yeah, that's life does do that.
We broke up, it's just kind of like we just kind of went into hiatuses in some certain way, and we would play whenever we got together and do what we did when we got together. But we all lived in separate places. So I don't know. Here we are today. What took was I get emotional, but we lost one. Our bass player, we lost him, 3, almost 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Anywho, it put the rest of us in kind of a pinch, like maybe we should do something with this. And my kid, he was already barking at me. So I dumped the reels from analog to digital. The Loft, and the kid did this with Tim Padlin's help. And we had it all to digital, and everything was sitting there. So we just started picking them apart year by year. Took about 3 years to do this, but we pick them apart, put them back together, and then either I had lyrics that still worked, and if I didn't, then I just sat there in the studio and wrote them as fast as I could.
Yeah.
The same way we used to write back when we rock and rolled in the basements in Ann Arbor. And
that's the best way to do it.
This was like the last one we've been working on. It was kind of epic because it's still got an intro that's got to get done. It's done, but we just didn't put it on yet because it makes the song be like it makes it like Freebird, and we don't want to be Freebird. But
you got to keep it radio friendly. Yeah, absolutely.
We put like a 7-minute guitar intro on this damn song that led up to it, but we'll break that out later dates. But I don't know, work in progress. 30 years later,
it's amazing. No, it's amazing, and I think.
Same dude, same studio, same place. Man, my old man helped build this studio. There's so much crazy history.
Yeah, absolutely. No, and I think we want to give big hugs to you.
The kid that made this video, he gets it. I don't even know who he is. Sean just found some guy and he says, I'm going to pay this guy to make this video. I'll send it to you. Let me know if you think it's all right. When he sent it, I'm like, well, hey, I think this kid gets it, man.
From everything I've heard, he absolutely did. So we're gonna honor hat check with this one, Mike. Everybody misses you, and let us play Premiere Tension Splash with Breathe. Here we go.
I see words
Damn.
See?
Jeez.
See? Told
are
you how
not
good it was.
That's it. It's time, ladies and gentlemen. Neavage, it's here. Holy shit. That. Oh my God, that was so good. First of all, talk to me about that time signature. Is that I'm counting 1, 2, is that 7/4? Where were you? What is that?
Yeah, it was in 7. The opening instrumental that I do is called 745.
Okay.
And it was based on the fact that that's about the time I'd get up in the morning and walk my ass across Ann Arbor to Pizzeria Uno's and make pizzas
Okay.
for the elites at the University Hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, we started in on this goofy riff, and like I said, it was when the I don't know if it'll make any sense, but when like the instrumental thing comes out, it might help you out a little bit. But the instrumental thing led into the part that would put me into that 7 timing.
Okay. Okay.
Structure. And then I just beat around. I put it in a drop D tuning, and I just beat around for a minute till I could find a catchy. I didn't want a chord structure, more or less. I wanted more of a note filling structure, and I got that going. And the beautiful thing about Tension Splash at the time was his Hatcheck was just a master of like laying down fat bass. As soon as he thought there was a groove that he could jump up and down on,
Yeah. And you hear it too. You hear it all over this. All over this.
Type of guy. He'd just be ecstatic. And next year it just got thick as hell. And Nick's a violin. He's a classical violinist.
Yeah.
By trade these days, teaches kids in universities and what have you. So he's a unique guitar player. So when he lays down guitar licks, it sometimes comes at you weird. You know, people used to like, how's he playing solos with those 2 fingers? Because he'd be like,
oh, he froze a bit. In the meantime, though, guys, talk to me about Breathe and Tension Splash. Dave, go for it. Go for it.
Look, I as everyone pointed out in the chat, there's big 90s grunge influences, and I was thinking to myself, you know what? This would not have been out of place on 10 Bar Pearl Jam.
Yeah. Absolutely. Or anything by Alice in Chains or Soundgarden or, I totally hear you on that. I just,
not to toot our horns, kids, but that was our era, man. And,
well, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
We lived right in the heart of Ann Arbor. And I'm talking Alice in Chains, Pearl Jam. It was not unfamiliar for like bands like Helmet, Babes in Toyland. Shit, I seen Nirvana twice at the Blind Pig, which was our local hangout.
Yeah, and you can tell it's got written all over it.
We lived it and was a part of it. We were at the crest of, can we make it? Are we on the right path? Are we about to get signed? You know,
oh God,
we were in the studio at the same time with Sponge. I knew Sponge when they were Loud House.
Yeah,
history, so much history. Dave, you loved it though, right?
I did, and it's a bit of a parallel with us, Trick Shot at the minute. Like all the kids, like everyone loves it and they respect it, but trying to hustle it out into the greater world, everyone's like, oh, it's just these old guys, they don't rock. But no, dudes, we have the living history, and show us some respect, even though we are old and we still rock. Yes.
I dropped those vocals in June.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. No, it the whole thing is killer. Steven, Burlow's band, tell me, what did we think, my love?
Rock on Tension Splash. That's all you know what I mean? That bass line and that repetitive riff, and I don't mean that disrespectfully.
No,
awesome.
Dig in with it.
Absolutely awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You get the lyrics. That's, man, the way you sung that, total respect. That really did rock.
Appreciate you very much.
Gio, I know this was up your alley too.
This was amazing. Oh my God. And you took me all the way back. I heard Eddie Vedder from the first note. I'm going to have to go back and watch this again because I closed my eyes. And
I know. I was having that problem
too. The
video
was over. Just listening to that bass and that guitar marching in lockstep. and the beat. I was just waiting for even flow, to come out of nowhere. That was absolutely amazing. And the fact that fascinates me is that you had walked away from it just to come back. And that does not sound like a gap. That was fantastic as far as you built on that foundation. That is a solid song. Well deserved. Just praise. That was amazing.
No,
Well, letting us launch it here.
I love, I mean, the transitions from verse to chorus. And again, you said it, Gray, that you weren't looking for a standard structure, and you feel that, but the whole, there's an excitement to that track, for lack of a better word, where, when you're listening to something and that it's building to something, and you're enjoying where it is, but it's coming, and then, moving, changing time signatures, all the rhythms, everything that was in there. Production was fantastic. Your vocals are buttery and terrific, but strong and gritty too. And that bass line, I mean, just tremendous. All of it, though. All of it. Let's see. Okay, let's go to the chat. Pyro Cookie says, killer song. The tension and release of going from odd time to straight time was such a hook. Exact. Thank you for articulating that for me, Pyro Cookies. Perfect vocals for it and fantastic performance by the drum and bass. Awesome. Yep, guitars too. Absolutely. What else do we have? Gregory. We have just saying the song took her to a place in the back of her mind. Okay, glad we could take you from one part of your mind to another. But she says amazing. There you go. More straightforward, but I know what you mean, Juz. It's like that's a throwback. Okay, Elaine here is Soundgarden. Hello, Elaine. Deidre says great song. Always love the story behind the song. Yeah, and history especially too. Candy says amazing, brilliant work, tension splash. Johan says amazing track. Mike Mechanic A, everything about this song is on point. Awesome video to go with it all. Yeah, the video was great. Very, very well done. Scanner says, I can feel the intensity and urgency. There you go. The chat coming through for me in what I was trying to convey. Johan says, absolutely Soundgarden meets Monster Magnet. Okay. I don't know Monster Magnet, I don't think. But
Monster Magnet's awesome.
Well, there you go. So there you go. You were praised twice. Soundgarden meets Monster Magnet. I really, Mike says, much respect as a grunge musician himself, still playing the same way he has since 94. So there you go. 94, big year. Truly Intense. Hey, Truly Intense. It's definitely had a filthy groove going on throughout. Yes, I love that filthy is a compliment in this world, and it absolutely is. It is. No, I mean, shit. Just from, as Steven says, from top to bottom, that was fantastic. Just everything about it. And we're so honored that you guys gave us the premiere for that tonight. So the EP is coming soon. Before I let you go, do you know when the EP may be coming, or is it?
Actually, I'm just the guy that gets stuck doing the press pack shit, so that I can cry on camera and shit because the other two sissies cut all their hair off, don't look like rock stars no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the only guy that still's up to no good, and can party in front of a camera and say dumb shit. So that's why I'm here. But the plan is, I think this song's just getting released as the other ones did by itself on September 6th.
Okay.
And then the dream is for me to finish up the last parts of this instrumental part. Me and the boy will go back to the studio and get this knocked out. Sean won't have to come back for this. Mm-hmm. Sean usually come back one time a summer, basically for the last 3 years. He came back somewhere midsummer, kicked us in the ass, and got a song done. And,
he's got to come back again. You need to bring your foot, Sean.
We actually sang last year on this song, but we wasn't happy with it. So then he was like, well, kick it around some more. I'll be back next summer around the same time, and you better be ready. And I was like, okay. And he showed up. He said, are you ready? And I was like, no. We'll go to the studio.
Well, that's an interesting. It's very intense but slow motivation. It's a good combination. I like that.
I work better under pressure, I mean,
there you go. You got to stay on him, Sean. Sean, you got to stay on him. No, I mean, listen. It is well worth waiting for it. Now, I do want to point out September 6th is when this song actually drops, guys. So you have a massive
Spotify, This Old Kid, the whole thing.
Massive lead.
Music at.
You've got weeks of advance where you can come back and keep listening to this. Now I'm trying to remember if Sean told me whether there was a pre-save involved. Were you given that as part of your EPK to talk about tonight?
You
Or are you
know,
not sure?
There's probably a pre-save, Noah, my man, because he takes care of all angles.
Sean, if you're still here, tell us in the chat.
Somewhere, if he ain't here, I'm going to kick him in his ass. He's got
I
me.
think I saw him earlier. Well, we knew Nick was here because he called you Gandalf, so we knew Nick was here. But guys, Tension Splash world premiere of Breathe.
Awesome
I
song, my friend.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
really want you guys supporting this ahead of when it comes out. You know, they were so kind to give us such an early taste of it. And you know, just keep listening, and when it comes out, just stream the shit out of it because you now know how great it is. Okay, so holy
What
shit!
else we got coming up? You want me to hang out with us with some more kick-ass rock and roll?
We got more music. Totally, you're welcome to stay. We are gonna keep moving because we got a lot of songs to get to. But Sean did confirm we are actually, yes, there is a pre-save. So you're gonna go to Tension Splash's social media and you're going to pre-save it because now you've heard it. And you need to know when it comes out the second that it drops. You want that information coming directly to your eye holes. So there you go. You're very welcome, Sean. And thank you for lending Gray to us. So let's just that was fantastic. We're gonna move along. We're gonna play something by Luke Deuce. We're gonna play some country. Why not? We haven't played any country yet tonight.
Oh, country! I'll hang around for this.
Okay, we got one more with Gray. Gray will hang out for the country. This is a song called Good Enough for You. And it is just very simply about finding himself and his groove. So let's listen up for this because some beautiful guitar ahead for this one. Luke Deuce, Good Enough for You.
Wasn't close to a straight A student, and I was just a kid at sports. All my friends were better at fishing, but picking my guitar on a board, I found my groove. Singing all my tunes, it's a dream come true. Good enough for you. Watching you dance to my songs gets me feeling high. Now I can play here all night long, watching you have a good time. It's what I do. Singing all my tunes, it's a dream come true. Good enough for you. Found my calling, walking with
I love me some steel guitar. Love me some steel guitar. Holy shit. And that ooh was such a great little Easter egg in there. Oh my gosh. Before we do anything, Blind Shadow Vortex, let's pull it back up. What did the chat have to say? Clean classic country sound with that first solo, followed by a modern sounding solo. Well done. Yeah, I love that too with the two solos. Two completely different sounds, but perfect together. Richie, here's a hint of Dwight Yoakam drawl. Outstanding musicians. Yeah, really. Deidre says nice solo into the chorus with the background box. Yeah, I like those background box. Total player, says Ryan, East 18, Tar and Feathered. And Tom says nice track. Dwight vibes, clean vocal country from Freaky Things. Okay. Dom! Dom from Jam Steak is in the chat. We have not seen Dom in almost a year. Holy shit, it's giving him feelings he didn't know he had. Dom, are those in your pants entirely or elsewhere? Holy crap. Hello, my love. It's so good to see you. I'm going to go to you, Steven. Steven, what did you think of Luke Juice and Good Enough for You?
I've got a country bone I didn't know I had. I tell you. And I can feel myself playing that guitar too, which is absolutely awesome.
Okay.
And there's two different styles on that guitar going on. Absolutely, that's
I know we've been having that conversation that like all of a sudden, where is this like newfound love of country from both of us? It's like, it's true.
Yeah. I'm not renowned for my country, but I'm going that way. I can feel it.
Totally. I mean, I seriously like the Country Crew playlists have really, because I listen to everything to review it, and I'm like, holy shit, I love this. You know, West Ship and the Midwatch and Corey Michael Harris and like, you know, everybody just fantastic.
I'm gonna say, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to.
No, go ahead. Just anytime you want to
say. I hear a little bit of Waylon Jennings from like Dukes of Hazzard.
Okay, I love that that's your Waylon Jennings reference, Dukes of Hazzard, but we are definitely from New York, dear. But yeah, okay, all right. Gio, what did you think?
Well, few people know I was born in Houston. And that took me way back, but that was modern country with a shadow of classic, and the vocals are what tied that together. And I'm remembering the arguments that I would have with Mom growing up of listening to country music, but her wanting to turn up the salsa, and it was just this ongoing just battle. You know,
definitely a combo.
Yeah, of getting yelled at for what I listened to. Boy, she can hear me now. But yeah, I mean, that was just that classic vibe. The vocals. He looks like he's 12 years old, but he sounds just like that. Yeah, just like that brand new country singer.
There it is.
It comes out with just that new sound, and that was really fascinating.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, I did too. Gray, what did you think?
I thought it was pretty good. There's always that borderline where you're worried about new country versus old country, what's true country, what's not Americana, you know, all that whole feel.
Right.
So he was a borderline, you know, drawing from, you know, the countryside of the, you know, the 90s modern feel, but yet a little bit of Americana feel to him. Nice to see, young 12-year-old looking kid playing that kind of stuff. I liked it. I had to hang around and listen because, you know, me and my kid, that's what we do now.
I know. That's your thing now.
Country band. We play Southern Fried Rock, outlaw country, and I got, you know, a 24-year-old kid myself that, you know, plays Merle Haggard licks like, you know, to the T. So, I mean, it's
fantastic.
That's what I want to see. I want to see a young cat like that. And I felt that I would listen to that. If it came across outlaw country on Sirius XM, you would
turn up. All right. That's pretty good. Dave.
Yes, indeed. For the Australian crew down here, it sounds a bit like Adam Brandt and all the country crew who are big in Australia. And what I actually got out of it was a little bit of a Ryan Adams crossover when he does country.
Okay. Okay.
What I really love from the guitar perspective. Like, first of all, the segue from the verse into the chorus, where he just drops that note, then bang, off it goes into the chorus. That was great. And the guitar, you could tell the standard solo was done on a Fender because they're very unforgiving amps. If you sodded up those notes, they become all over the shop. And that was crisp, clean. The intonation was perfect. And it flowed beautifully. And even the pedal steel guitar, it complemented. And it was like having those twin guitar solos that were complete, almost like a Gibson to a Fender in the rock scene. But, perfect fit.
Oh my gosh, what a great comment. Yeah, I this is why I love having all different musicians on, because they can do the little detail parts that I would not know. But no, fantastic. Luke Deuce, good enough for you. And I'm glad that we got to give you a little country before we say so long to you, Gray. Thank you so much for coming on and for giving us that premiere. Really tremendously wonderful. And again, guys, please pre-save. Okay, it will be available. You got to wait till September 6th, but it is there. You can come back and watch this as much as you want in the meantime. But let's get those pre-saves in, because now you know how terrific it is. Gray, I hope you get some good sleep. Thank you and your son for getting you here, and I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
IT. Always good to have an IT department.
That's right. Have a good night. Thank you so much. Bye. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. We can't lose tonight with these tracks. We just play them and they're all great. They just boom, 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 boom. And we're not going to miss on that now, because we're going to play a little Eloie. Eloie. This is a song called Kissing Goodbyes, and it's some electropop, kind of EDM-ish. We're ish. We're not fully EDM. We're just ish. And this is a song very interesting about the concept of time within the context of a person's life, which, I mean, that's pretty fucking cool if you ask me. So Kissing Goodbyes, Eloie.
Time is slipping through my fingers, I feel day in, day out, everything rolls. Facing up my system overloads, I'm not in rush, but I can't control. And it's awkward how it feels, and I don't know what day I leave. With my stance I'm moving on, but time is not the way it seems. Where is the moment I never can reach? It's always dragging away from me. I don't wanna feel like I'm kissing goodbyes, cause then it would be always a shadow in my eye. Sure if I'm skipping dimensions, back and forth like a pendulum swings. Cause it feels like living multiple lives at once, and this could well be the fifth. I can't keep up with my calendar anymore, something is surely gone. And my head seemed to last year, but reality pushing on. Where is the moment I never can reach? It's always dragging away from me. I don't wanna feel like I'm kissing goodbyes, cause then it would be always a shadow in my eye. Shadow in my eye. Shadow in my eye. Shadow in my eye. I don't wanna feel like I'm kissing goodbyes. boys.
Oh, beautiful.
I love that. Gio, I'm going to go to you because I know you and I were in our same like Pet Shop Boys, like Erasure, what like so go ahead, talk to me because I know usually when you talk about this kind of music, you're like, damn it, I was gonna say that. So I'm gonna let you talk first.
Well, for me, it's definitely lowercase EDM. The production of it was solid, and the beat was taking me to kind of a softer Alan Walker.
Yep.
The vocals themselves were untouched, and they were pure, and they weren't manipulated. That was just charming. Yeah. And I love that the manual echo that he was creating in the melody.
It does sound different. It's different.
Yeah, it was really well placed. It was really well played. I love that. That was nice.
Absolutely. Okay, Dave, your head's gonna fall off if you're not anymore. So go ahead. Go ahead.
Absolutely. No, definitely straight from the Pet Shop Boys playbook, I thought. Like, where's me glow stick? Where's me wanger? You know what I mean?
Wait, I'm sorry. Where's your what?
Where's your what now?
Your what now?
It's down here. It's called a wanger. You put it under your tongue and you get your glow sticks.
Okay, that is. You can put a wanger on your tongue here too, but it's a very different experience. And
that's what she said.
Geo differences between.
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
Thank you, Inigo.
Not anywhere other than where I am.
I love it. No, but absolutely, yeah. You got the same Pet Shop Boys vibe that I did too. Steven, were you dancing in your chair? Was Barney bouncing?
I'll tell you, I didn't get a wanger under the tongue, but I had to go and rock around the living room with that one. That reminded me of my clubbing days. I'll tell you, that was happy, jolly, and yeah. I'm not known for my dance music, but I was off on one.
I don't know. We just haven't seen him yet, but no, I like Blind Shadow. Vortex was right there with Inconceivable. I mean, Bird is the song of Eloise that I always come back to. It's the radio edit, Bird, but Bird is a tremendous track too. But I mean, they've got Hibernate, they've got Indigo Child, they've got so much good stuff. This is right up there. Holy shit. I mean, I love that is a song that it is impossible not to feel good while you're listening to. It's just
are so clear.
Yeah, you can't you cannot feel bad. Like that is like, I don't know, sonic effects or something. I don't know. Let's see what the Always Hilarious chat had to say about that excellent little tune. Gregory Freaky says that was a fun song, made him happy, reminded him of walking from club to club late in the night. I also saw Joey mention of disco. We are going to need a pose from you. Scanner says nice chilly feel. Chilly. Candy wants to do the freak dance. Yeah. Okay. I want to see that too. Deidre liked it a lot. Total Radio Ready production. Yeah, absolutely. Excellent production. Wait a minute. What time is it? Rick is here? It must be a minute before we end. We have to end the show now, Rick, in a minute because you're here. Because literally, Rick has never managed to get here before like the last minute and a half of a show. But wait, I was so busy being stunned that he was here. I forgot what he said. Very nice. Okay, Rick, holy shit. Guys, if you have not heard Perfect World EP, Drew Nold, Sparrowlim, you are missing out. You've got to go. Fantastic. And he's here. He's here. Hot Tom wants to know, are you hearing some Donna Summer in there? Yeah, I heard that. I heard it too. Tension Splash says great 80s-ish new wave pop. Indeedly-doo. Craig just wants to dance now. See, now, that is like one of those phrases like hot in here where it always, I hear dance now and then, so now that's what's in my head. So great. Thanks a lot for that, Craig. And again, Craig and 3 Bravo, if you have not heard Stone Side, you are also missing out. We have a lot of really good music that has just come out. Chucky Anton says, ha ha ha, he's doing a disco thing. Okay, so there, Joey. Chucky will dance with you. You guys need to do a Freaky Things dance song. Wow, I don't even know what that would be, but I would listen to it. So again, LOE Kissing Goodbyes. Fantastic, 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 and fantastic. I think we should play a panel song. That's what I think. I think we should play some Trick Shot. I think we should play Nothing I'd Rather Do. I think we should do that. The boys have had some exciting developments since their interview. You have.
So, yes, it's the
You
shortest
have.
answer I can give you. Well, it starts out a bit of a sad tale in that the original label we were signed to, Thoroughbred Music, the head of the label, bless his cotton socks, passed away.
That was
unfortunate, a series of events. It was right of the week we were about to release the album.
Yeah.
So we got like literally no PR work done at all. So it was all self-hustle, which is, it's great, and it proved that we can do it. But yeah, we missed out on all the label push, which is.
I was going to say, I felt so bad for you guys. I felt worse for him and his family, obviously, but I also felt really bad. I saw that come up, and I was like, wait, what? So, but then.
Yes, then we did some trolling around. We managed to get it picked up by another label, Indie Tunes, out of Canada. So yeah, we're in the process of re-releasing everything because our original aggregator that was attached to Thoroughbred is, as you can imagine, not the easiest people to get them to move and do things, being a conglomerate type situation. But slowly and surely, heading towards November, we're going to have new music. Yay! Fun
New
time.
Trick
So,
Shot. New Trick Shot. Now, guys, I don't think Dave will mind my saying this, but I've always been a little bit baffled by the community response to Trick Shot because not only is Dave a great guy, but they're a great band, and I feel like there's always been some slight strangers in the night thing happening there where I don't know if their visibility is low on Facebook. Lord knows the algorithm does love to fuck people over or whatever, but it would mean a lot to me personally if you guys could, if you don't already, support Trick Shot, like, follow, listen, all of the things, because there's no good reason why one wouldn't already be doing that anyway. But it's I just never see them take off the same way. I hope you don't mind my saying this, Dave, but I've never seen them quite take off the same way that a lot of bands that were already around in the same era. Because Trick Shot's been around in the community a long time. So let us please do some more of that. And after you hear Nothing I'd Rather Do, you're going to want to do it anyway. So
I topped the bottom Trick Shot last night. And
there you go.
That's just awesome, my friend. Absolutely awesome.
See, Thank you. See, Stephen, you've got the Burlows Band seal of approval. And if Stephen likes something, you're kind of legally required to like it. It's, I don't make the rules. It's just that's the way Stephen is. And
just blame me if it's wrong. Just blame me.
No, it's never wrong.
Here we go. We're gonna do it. Trick Shot. Nothing I'd Rather Do. Here we go.
Hey there, with that fire stare, do you care if I dare? Something that you got, something makes me oh so hot, hot, hot. There ain't nothing I'd rather do. Tramping the
Come on now. Why
Holy
weren't you
crap.
listening to that before?
That's amazing.
No, I need to have a chat with the audience. I do. It's time. Mom has her hat on. Well, where were we on that? Sleeping on that? Where were we? Because it's really good. Everyone loves that 80s vibe. Everyone loves squealy guitar. Everyone loves squealy guitar. Everyone loves squealy guitar. And there you go. Steven, explain to the people why they're wrong if they're not listening already. Go ahead, do it.
Because that's just awesome all over. From the bass, the drums, the guitar, the vocals, the lyrics. Catchy.
Not like a
Thank you very,
disease.
very much.
The good kind of catchy. The good kind. Right, Gio?
That's a song that's gonna get through my head like all week. That's just
Oh, killer.
Absolutely.
Absolutely,
No,
Gio.
it's extremely catchy. The register you guys sing at is so far away from mine that I was torn between cranking the volume to hear every note and blowing out the microphone. It was just that rhythmic kind of, let's party kind of party song. And I love the style. I'm fascinated with the accents, but fascinated with every accent.
Yeah, he really is, though. He really is.
The guitar work, and Stephen can testify to this. I will walk to the ends of the earth for a guitar, and the way that you were bringing that in, especially when it was drifting into the solo and coming back up, just had me hypnotized. But it was just a fun song. It took me all the way back to high school. It was perfect.
This is what I mean, people. This is what I mean. And again, if you haven't seen the Trick Shot interview, you can go to the Wayback Machine. It was just about a year ago. And I love the fact that these guys started with like Springsteen and Maiden, and there was like all this stuff that you would not necessarily have expected. And again, I put Trick Shot in the excellent gold-plated bucket of like a Freaky Things, where this is a fun band who knows exactly who they are and just makes everybody have a good fucking time on top of it. So again, really, if this is your introduction to Trick Shot, I won't shame you, but this just should be the first of many. And if you already love them and you'd happen to forget, go listen, because there's plenty of good stuff to listen to. Plenty of good stuff. Yeah. What does the chat have to say before we let Dave weigh in? It has a great feel to it. Reminds me of the outfield.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Your harmonies, you hit the outfield harmonies perfectly.
Killer.
There you go. There you go. It reminds Tom of his high school days. There you go. You're right there with Gio. You must have gone to high school with Gio. Blind Shadow Vortex says, great chorus, range of sounds from some Lost Prophets to Cheap Trick. Freaky loves these guys. See, just so fun. We all need to have more fun. There you go. Just need to have more fun. We do. Mike Mechanic A says, fuck yeah, this rocks. I like it succinct and to the point. It's probably redundant, but that's okay. Follow Fable. Hi, Steven says, these guitars. Oh God, the distortion love is real. I'm getting some Hot Rod opening the Matrix vibes. Okay. Wow. All right. Hello, Jack Phantom. He hits all the notes too. Nothing's been auto-tuned in. Indeed. Hey, Sintal. Sintal says, I really like it. He really likes it. Dom is still here, says, oof, shred me, daddy. Thanks for making me say that now. That won't be memed at all. Shred me, daddy. Tension Splashes, wow, you don't hear finger tapping like that anymore. You do if you listen to Trick Shot. There you go. Rocking bigger than the mall's balls, says Derek. Derek Lee, not to put too fine a point on it, but mall's balls. There you go. Amazing solo. That was wicked. Indeed. So, guys, Tensions, but you got Eddie Van Halen to guest solo. Oh my God! This is what
well, no, I'll just jump in there. Our guitarist Ian, he played the solo. Obviously, he's a Steve Vai nut. So there's been a big thing when we originally released a song that it sounds like Eddie Van Halen. He was just thinking, I'm a Steve Vai guy.
That's not Steve Vai.
I know. I know. He just blows my mind all the time. That guy.
Oh, and Steven says also the guitars had that fabled distortion that's almost impossible to get now. So there you go. Just so many reasons to listen. Trick Shot, Nothing I'd Rather Do. New music coming soon. That you're going to be listening to. November. Do you remember?
third week in November.
Trick Shot has song come in November. So there you go. All right. Fantastic. Always happy to hear Trick Shot. We are gonna on our genre here right now because Blind Shadow Vortex is here. And I think we should play some Blind Shadow Vortex. I think we should. What do we think? We all agree with me? Fantastic. How wonderful. The song is 0 Hour Flux. And just, guys, if you don't know Blind Shadow Vortex, I don't really know what's happening. But just listen. Do the thing. Play the, make it. That's a composition. That's a composition. That is something that was not just made, that was composed. And it's so blind shadow vortex for that to be true. Let everyone, because I see bursting, it seems. Bursting. Who's going to burst first? Is it you, Gio? You look pretty
It's going to be me.
It's gonna be me.
It's going to be me. There's two things. Made me want to grab my winger. It was...
Put it on your tongue.
The two images that I got is, first and foremost, just the pacing of the song gave me the image of an anime car chase, of just the cars racing through the streets and chasing, things breaking. But the other image was that it made me think about the reason that I sequester myself here in my cubby when I'm on camera, because that song makes you want to get in a dancing kind of way. This is a
Let's be specific. Yes.
Yeah, it's the reason I'm sitting down, and the reason, through all the shows that I've been on, is the reason I sit down is because I want to move, and that beat, that bass marching on, just made me want to swing my arms and kick furniture over and just dance. Just the ambience, the ambient soundtrack to violence. That's me. But I'll take it any day of the week. That was
And given how hugely tall you are, if you were to stand and dance, we would be in full wanger area.
You would, wangers for everybody. Yeah,
the whole thing. That's right. Okay, Steven, Blind Shadow Vortex 0 Hour Flux.
Blind Shadow Vortex. You rock, guys. Really, seriously. I can only put this one way. Fuck me sideways with a 4x12. I'll tell you. It's absolutely awesome.
Did a few wangers for that.
I've headbanged to 4x12s to that. I'll tell you. That satisfies my soul, that one. And there are a lot of changes between sections.
Yes. Excellent point. That's the thing that always grabs me. But go ahead, Dave. Oh, Dave is back. Dave is back.
Cold.
Dave.
I knew I'd get one at least.
Yeah, that's okay. So what did you think?
Yes. Look, that was a mosh pit delight, wasn't it? You could just see yourself dancing in a mosh pit to that. And so technically correct. I want to ask Greg a question. Would the drummer be dead after recording that?
Probably.
Let's hope not. Yeah, but
at least you need a glass of water.
Something to calm yourself down.
Something.
No, that was great.
A glass of something.
Yeah, exactly. One thing it did remind me of, and Steve might understand this reference, is Purgatory by Iron Maiden. That complete change, but theirs was very subtle, and every section had a little bit different, and that kept you entertained and engaged, which is really killer too.
Building. Yeah.
And I thought probably, I don't know how long the song actually went for, but I'm thinking, my end's coming up. The end's coming up. And they which was even killer, even more.
And I want to take the drummer home, to be honest.
He's the one with that 4x10 or whatever. But
I love the splash cymbals. The little, those are so cool.
No, I mean that is
hi-hat too at one point. That is rhythm, the major point.
5 minutes of just change upon change upon change upon change in a way that is challenging, but in a great way. Like, it keeps your ear interested and attuned.
Yes.
And also just but seamless, which is so impressive because there was so much going on in there. Jam Steak, Dom, wait, go back. What did Dommy say? I would stand at the front of the pit dead still to watch that performance. See, okay. Now Dom has not been here in a minute. So a lot of the new kids in the community are not going to know Dom from Jam Steak. Dom from Jam Steak is one of our foundational members. And
an astounding drummer.
I was going there, and just, I mean, this is a band that is they record as they play it. Everything is basically, they are a metal jam band, which is, if you don't understand how difficult that is, you should. And just phenomenal. And so for Dom to say that he would just, first of all, for Dom to stand still doing anything, especially Dom, I hope your foot's okay. But that is a very high compliment right there. But especially of a drummer of that caliber. So Blind Shadow Vortex, if you do not know Jam Steak, that's a really big compliment right there. Love me some Dommy, love me some Jam Steak. Miss the guys a lot, Rhino and Chard and Dom. So I'm so happy that there's Jam Steak is here. Man, Blind Shadow Vortex, just superb. Like really just again, metal that feels like it's epic. There's just so much going on there, and it does feel like a composition to me. And I also love the no vocals, because you're really, a lot of times with metal you get laser focused on or whatever, and here it's, you are listening to it stripped of that, and you realize how difficult and complex good metal really is because of that. So I loved everything about that. 0 Hour Flux, Blind Shadow Vortex, just as metal that makes sense. Wow, that sounds like a slogan, like it's like a Tylenol or something. I love that though. Blind Shadow Vortex, metal that makes sense. Richie says, still as bad as fuck. Love it. 100%. Greg, did we freeze, or are you having reading difficulties?
I have to scroll back. Hold on.
Do.
Oh my goodness.
Brought to you by Tylenol.
All right, here we go.
Jack Phantom says also props for bringing that chord progression back. Absolutely. Juz loves how the song constantly changes throughout. Juz's nails are in full effect tonight. Neighbors threw a brick through Derek's window so they could hear it better. That's a great comment.
I told you.
I love that. Okay, Blind Shadow Vortex is one of Richie Warwick's favorite progressive metal artists. Outstanding work, incredibly inspiring. Well, holy shit. 3 Bravo. Craig says, Lord have mercy. This is great work. Rhythm section is definitely doing some page dropping shit. 100%. No, I mean, yeah. Again, if you weren't already listening to Blind Shadow Vortex, you're going to be now because you've heard that. You absolutely have. Okay, Jizz Nails shout from Freaky. Let's see. How about we play some chip tunes? It's going to be very brief, but they're going to be very good. We're going to play Sewer Drone with a song called Fight or Die. Do not go anywhere. This is a minute long, but let it invade your ear holes. Here we go. Sorry, that was insanely loud in my headphones, but that is a song that makes me want to play the level in the dungeon where I'm fighting the ghosts that turn around and then they freeze and whatever. But I want to play that level backwards. That is where that takes me. Dom says, ouch, his holes. Well, it depends on where you put the headphones, Dommy. Ringtone of Doom, says Derek Lee. And yeah, Greg's ear holes are receiving. They are in receipt of what Sewer Drone has to offer. Yes, Pyro Cookies, 80s, much love it, pure pop. Okay, Gio, you look about to say something.
This is the segue between Blind Shadow and this is the difference between Jason Voorhees
and Ratatouille.
They are a very unique sound, and I put them up there with Lunik 2.
Yes.
And
which is also a compliment.
Very strong. I don't have any comparisons to this other than a Nokia phone, and that's a good thing. It's just the ability to do that, to make that a structured presentation, takes a lot of insight and a lot of pre-planning.
Yes.
To be able to make that work. So I admire them. They're very strong, very strong.
Yeah. Ton of intricacy there. Steven, what did we think of Sewer Drone and Fight or Die?
Well, that's out of this world, isn't it? And I got R2D2 across 56K modem and an episode from Star Trek on that one. I'll tell you, it's the communication between two people who can't speak a language. That's all that is. That's awesome.
So much. Dave.
I thought it could have come, speaking of signals, from Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Instead of like do just that. And this is not disparaging. I could vacuum to that and get it done very quickly. Could take a minute. Have you got me?
I hear you.
Oh, good. Thank you. I was just looking at Christina. I'm thinking, oh, have I gone silent? My phone's gone dead. But no, she was just preoccupied.
She lost her audio. Hold on a minute.
Ah.
Everybody type louder.
Yeah. Tylenol, brought to you by.
I'm getting it back.
Oh, done right.
Yeah. Almost like jam steak breaking the algorithm, isn't it?
I'm with you on that one.
You can just see it, can't you? It's like then all these people just walk out of it and return back from the ethers.
It was just quick enough to make you think that there was going to be something else coming over the horizon.
Yes.
And then it brought you along on that little mini story. It's like you didn't want it to end, but you knew it was going to.
Yeah. Easily could have done more. Well, we could have listened to more, obviously.
Absolutely.
They should do a 1 minute 30-second version.
Yeah.
I don't know if can everyone hear me?
Yes.
They can hear me. I can't hear them, but I'm going to trust they can hear me. So rather than watching us do this, let's play some Project 9less. We're going to play Sands. We'll talk about it when we get back. You're going to fucking love it. Can you play it while you're finding the things? Okay, here we go. Project 9less with Sands.
Only the thoughts have been possessed by time.
Song so good it brought my sound back. Holy fuck. I love the shit out of that song. That is on Playlisters Metal Masters Volume 5, I think. And I got to review it, and I'm so happy that Craig put it on there because that section from like a minute 20 for about 45 seconds is one of the best things I've ever heard in my entire life. And that breakdown, Crimson Asphalt level breakdown there, which is some of my highest metal praise that I can possibly give. But holy fuck. Guys, talk to me about Sans Project 9 list. What did we think?
Well, I mean, being an older gentleman here, and everyone should be able to get this reference on the call, I just saw Rocky Balboa smashing into those carcasses, bang, 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 you know, especially after the clean section, you know, he just smashed you in the face, man. Nothing wrong with that at all. Again, like you can see yourself moshing around, or, you know, like myself sitting at the back watching everyone mosh around. It was killer, man. I can't fault that. And everything was done for a reason, and it fitted again, melded in to make one great whole track. And as someone put in the chat, I think it was Jules, the guitar work in the solo, like I'm sure there might have either been double track or a bit of effect to get the double tracking, but it was good. It was really good playing.
Oh yeah. Gio.
The imagery that I got was getting ready for bed, trying to get comfortable after a stressful day, and immediately flipping over and screaming into your pillow. And then the rest of the song was just me trying to keep the covers on my feet. It was just that fight, you know, coming into play. And I mean, just the transitions are what got me. That held my attention through everything else. It was just a matter of what's coming next. There it is. Great. Screams. Fantastic composition. Fantastic.
Hey, there's Sewer Drone, tight band. I hope you got to hear your song. Steven, Project 9 list.
Well, first of all, I'm collecting drummers. Secondly, I thought for 1 minute, I'm just going to give up the guitar. And then they play something. I thought, oh, that's really nice. That's really good. And then they go off on one. They do the same with the rhythm section. They do
Mm.
the same with the vocals. It change. Vibe. Awesome. Very well controlled.
Yes, 1,000. That's a really good thing to point out. I mean, everything was just airtight on that and exactly in its place. I mean, that's on my personal playlists. I adore that track.
They
And
play more notes than I have my entire career in one song.
To be fair, they were playing a lot faster than you usually do. But yes, I hear you on that one. Let's see what the always hilarious chat has to say, because I'm sure it'd be buzzing. Let me never say that again. Blanchard of Vortex says, oh, okay, what a breakdown. Time to break a face. Subtlety. Hi, Tracy. Loves that marching. Yeah. Hey, there's Crimson Asphalt. Jesse says, damn. Yeah, that's pretty much all you can say sometimes. Richie says, totally epic, perfectly written. Crimson Asphalt. Hey, Dame says, Mike, this kid is definitely on the full Wheaties regimen. Freaky loves the changes. This kills. Yeah, the changes are holy fuck. Yeah, there you go, Craig. Mike says, what are they feeding these drummers these days? What the fuck? This song is a roller coaster of awesomeness. Yeah, I think it's the Wheaties, the special Wheaties. Man, yeah. Pyro Cookie says amazing drum production. The whole fucking thing, though. Holy shit. Yeah, Project Nineless Sands. Definitely, I think they have. I'm gonna say they don't even have 100 monthly listeners on Spotify. Maybe it's 75, something like that. Just not enough. Just so good. And again, you can go to Metal Masters Volume 5 and listen to them and all the other amazing bands that are on there. Jami says just all around delicious. Delicioso. Speaking of delicious, we're going to play some Burlos Band. So I'm going to get cheesy because I have to, because he's here. I love this man. I love this man. I love this man. I love this man's heart. I love what he does for this community purely out of the goodness of that beautiful heart. I love his music. Loved it before I knew what a tremendous person he is. Steven is probably everyone in the community's favorite member. And that's saying a lot considering how many amazing relationships there are in this community.
Love you,
and I love you too, sweetheart. And it is because Steven is the real fucking deal. Personality wise, music wise, heart wise, everything wise. Funny as shit. Constantly, at first when I saw Burlos Band did not understand exactly what was going on because there was never anything about Burlos Band's music on Burlos Band's page. It was all everybody else. Steven spends more time sharing everyone else's music than most people spend making it. I just love this person. He's become one of my best friends in the entire world. And it would not be a normal day if we didn't get to chat at the beginning and the end of it and pretty much all the way through too. So
I feel the same, folks.
I know that Gio shares that with me and most of this community. And I picked a Steven song. This is one that I don't know if as many people have heard, but I love it. It's short, unfortunately. But as someone who has dealt with her fair share of this kind of people and knowing that everyone on this panel has as well, I had to pick it. It was a toss-up between this and Friendship, but I went with Narcissist. I love this fucking track, and it's dripping with Steven's signature swag and sex and dirty and love, and let us do the thing so you can hear it. Here we go.
Sense of self-importance. You know I'm an attractive man. You know how I need to be successful. You know I will exploit you if I can. wrong person to beat. You patrol nothing. You have no power left. You know I'm going to hurt you. You know you mean nothing to me. You know I'm the one to be admired. You know I will show no empathy. Have you noticed the hole in your head? Do you think you're still alive? Your victim took you out when you were asleep. Down here, my friend, you're by. You're mine, my friend. You're mine.
Oh my god, I love it. Because I love the fact that Steven is this giant teddy bear. I would not fuck with Steven if I were you. Holy shit. And I mean, I know everyone in the chat was, and especially the ladies in the chat, were all, you know, enjoying the panty peeler that is Steven's vocals, as I have said before. But Fall of Abel made me said something that made me laugh so hard I snorted in the middle of the song, and it was something like, "Holy shit, that voice just made my pants fall down." So you may have heard me go in the middle of that. Yeah, see, Jack. Oh my god. All right, other people. Dave, talk to me. Burles band.
Yeah, that was killer, man. I mean, I had Lou Reed vibes and Leonard Cohen if he was on a wanger, you know, a bit more up tempo Leonard Cohen. But you know, 2 points I really want to make is you really should have, back in the day when it was a thing, been a sex line call operator. You would have made a fucking fortune.
Oh, we can still do that, mate. Don't worry about that.
Oh, get on it. You're missing a call there. But you know, on a
0800 Burlow's band.
Exactly. You know, on a
1-900.
To elaborate on Christina's point about, I remember very clearly when the shit was going down for Christina. You put the best post up, man. Like it was supportive, but it was like, you know, mess with her, you mess with everyone, and that was killer and such a beautiful thing on a personal and a industry level. You know, I'm sure you copped a bit of flack. I don't read too much into comments, you know, sometimes because people just palaver on a lot. But yeah, you stood up, man, and kudos to you for that.
Thank you, my friend. I'll tell you. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Gio,
we should stand up too.
Well, yeah, everyone should at some. And you're going to get a call one day. You've got to be ready to stand up, and that was your call, and you were ready, man.
Yeah, nice people getting shit on is not my game.
No, not at all.
Gio, love on our boy. Go ahead.
It's nothing that I haven't said before, Steven. This goes for the entire chat. When first and foremost, the deep voices stick together, so I will always be on Steve's side. But the chat needs to go on a journey like I do every time I hear him sing. I'm sitting in the back booth of the pub. I'm sipping on a whiskey with pinky extended. His voice is coming over the mic, and it is just taking you on this fantastic journey of whatever story he is trying to tell. And that is, in current times and current music, to find a storyteller. Leonard Cohen comes to mind. To find a storyteller of that caliber with just that presence in this song is unmatchable. I have not enough praise, and I could run an entire show of doing nothing but talking about Steven and
I
what
know.
he does.
We may have to do that at some point.
Yeah, this
between
is
you and me.
yeah, and the guitar. I mean, is like I've always said, that guitar can take me on a date anytime it wants.
Get in line, buddy. Get in line.
The guitar was secondary on that song, I can tell you.
Oh my goodness. And it just, I still sit here in amazement every time I've heard it. And I will listen to you until the end of time.
No, I really, because everybody knows Steven's.
My friend, I really am.
I know. I'm trying to talk so that you can get your shit together, Steven, because I know this is a lot for you. But no, everybody knows Steven's guitar playing. Like, you know, this is just, if you want blues, you go to Burlow's band. That's your first stop. That's just what you do. I don't think as many people realize exactly what Gio said, that the songwriting and the storytelling is just as good, and Steven puts just as much into that. The vocals, you know, anybody who only thinks that Steven is about guitar is not too swift, missing the point a little bit. You know, but you can't fault that guitar. But holy shit, I mean, I get like, Bowie had a song for a very weird fucking movie called Cat People, which I believe he was also in with Natasha Kinski in the 80s. And my mom was obsessed with this movie, and I'll have to go into therapy to figure out why about that. But in any case, and there was this song, I think it was called Cat People, but I'm not entirely sure. And it's just all of this stuff. And it was like, if Steven was like, well, yeah, but let me make that sexier and cooler. Just goes and does that with everything. So, guys, I don't think we're introducing anybody to Burlow's band, although I did see Pyro Cookie say followed. So maybe we have one person who is missing there. But Steven, my sweetheart, adore you to the ends, to the ends. You are just one of the best people I've ever known. And I am honored that you wanted to be on this with us tonight, and just to be your friend. I love you.
Oh, the honor is mine. It really is.
No, it's mine.
No, it's mine.
No,
it's mine. Okay, well, Steven from Fall of Abel has put his pants back on and says, ooh, so cool to have a voice like cream being smothered on a lovely lady's thighs.
Oh, I've got tissues
Holy
in so many places.
Shit.
You know what?
Well, after that,
Christina, there are two things that sprung to mind as well during that song is Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror.
Rocky Horror, yeah.
And
Gio.
you out-sexied I'm Too Sexy for my
Oh,
shirt,
yeah,
my
okay.
love.
Yeah.
That's a Joe Blow song,
for
that,
my
isn't it?
guitar.
Too
Too sexy for my... Yeah, there you go. Seriously, Steven did a cover very, very quickly too of Wicked Woman by Shadow Band, and I still have not fully processed. I've been fangirling about it, like just that Steven was like, he was like, would it be okay if I like did a quick crack at that? And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Yes, please. Joey says, you are a good friend, start swimming. I'll meet you halfway with whiskey and beer. That's right. We'll bring Barney, we'll do the whole thing. Burlow's band, Narcissist. Guys, there is something for everyone in Steven's catalog. If you have not listened through, don't just pay attention to what he shares of everybody else's music. Go listen to him too. And I won't make you say too much, Steven, because again, I know this was a lot for you because you're so humble. On top
I
of
love that
else.
laugh at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm seriously.
What was that guy? What was that guy who did all the vampire movies and was on Thriller?
Vincent
That was
Price?
straight out. Yeah,
Vincent Price.
straight
Yeah,
up
yeah.
Vincent Price.
Okay, so Burlow's band with Narcissist. Again, it was really hard to pick one, but I don't think as many people have heard that one, and I love it so much.
Thank you all.
Oh, you are beyond welcome. Okay, we got a couple more in us, right, honey? What do you say? You have 2 or 3? 2 or 3, then I'm going to go with 3. Okay, so let us do what should we do? How about we do some shoot. How about some craw? And I'm not sure that I'm saying that correctly. Krauw. The song is called Resilience. This is just talk about going on a journey, musical, emotional, all kinds of like, you know what? Just let's listen to it. You'll understand what I mean. Resilience by Craw. Go ahead, Gio. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm. It started out deceptive. I'm thinking just a simple beat. We're gonna hear another instrumental, and then the layers started coming in, more layers, and then the counterpoint between the drums and the piano, and this sneaky little horn just making two little beats in the middle of nowhere. And I'm just going deeper into this rabbit hole of a song. This is worth listening to a half a dozen times, and you will never hear the same song. That was captivating. That was magical. That was straight out of Alice in Wonderland. Falling down the rabbit hole, and that was just perfectly composed. I want to know how that monitor looked on that composing station. That thing had to have been filled with stems that he was trying to match up to the millisecond. That was amazing.
Amazing.
Absolutely fantastic.
Amazing. Steven, amazing.
Well, Gio, you like your storytelling, and that was storytelling.
I know.
How many ways can you be taken to a climax within one song?
Yeah.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Dave, how's your wanger on that one?
My wanger's wanging, I tell you, that was a good story.
Wanger's wanging everywhere. No, you know what I thought? I thought if a Neuromancer by William Gibson was ever made into a movie, that would be it. That would be the track.
Ooh. I like that.
There's nothing. And I also thought, well, if Awesomeness was set to easy listening, that would be the frequency too.
Oh man, I mean, the blend of things in there, yeah, there was electronic, but proggy bits, and just there was just so much emotion in that. And it is pretty astounding to me that you can take a simple counterpoint and just work it in clay to a point where it builds upon itself to create something like where in the last minute of that, everything is just, and there's no way I keep my eyes open on that song. It didn't happen. People probably had really smart things to say in the chat. Don't know what any of it was. That was better to just close my eyes and experience it, and just to be in that, because perfectly put together, just really moving.
Build and then build again.
It was orchestral. This was the progression that was going across the orchestra through the entire song and counterpoint to a different section. And the song ended with the guy standing in the wing that does nothing but tune the guitars.
Yeah,
it was
perfect note.
It was fantastic. I mean, that's just an amazing song.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say anything better than that. Let's go to the chat. What were people saying about Crow and resilience? And I am sorry if I'm saying that incorrectly. Joey says, holy shit, that was amazing as is. If you ever want a vocal version, I know people. 100%. Craig 3 Bravo says, if this isn't on Epic Explorers, it needs to be. Okay, Nightfall Band and Afira and Ghost of Rucker. We got to get on that for volume 6 next week. Fall of Abel Steven says, yes, it's crash time. I love Crash to Ride in the earlier parts, then full crash at the end. I love how everybody hears different things too. It's such a good sign of a good song. The bass was fantastic. Absolutely, Craig, you would notice that, of course. Oh, this one, Calm Down Juz. Look at that. You've calmed down Juz. Richie says, dreamy. That laid back riff has a Thurston Moore vibe. I dig this. Is that the guy from Gilligan's Island? No.
That's Thurston Howell.
That's a weird reference, Richie. What the fuck? That doesn't sound right. As it was coming out of my mouth.
Yes, Lovey.
Now it does. That's it now. It's just wearing that neckerchief. That's the vibe. That's the whole thing. It does take you on a journey, Tracy. That's exactly right. And that's exactly what the note was too when we got it. Just that, and this is all entirely self-produced. Everything is done in-house. So again, Last I looked, I think we were over 2,000 monthly listeners on Spotify for this project, which is, at least approximating a little bit more right than what most people. It was a cravat. Sorry, Jack. It was a cravat. You're a cravat. But I just, I love that project. And worth exploring too. Gio, I know you're going to go down that. Is there a card in there?
They do not have a card, but they will
absolutely will.
Aggressively have a card.
Okay, I think we're on the last song because I can smell the pumpkin spice from over here from Tiffany to my left, who is getting very tired. Now, you have not effectively roboted during this entire show, to my knowledge.
I did, though.
No, he did.
You did.
Just in the last song. You
did? See, my eyes were closed. Okay, good. Why can't you see anything? Okay, good. You got, because I know that Nate and Kurt would be very sad if you had not roboted. So we are going to end. We have one more song, but I did want to make sure. Oh, I just didn't see you do it. All right, maybe you can do it.
You miss it.
You can do it. You can do it to this one that we're going to play last. But just before we wrap up, I want to just make sure everybody remembers it'll be out on the post and everything. And of course, the playlist will be out for show 22 soon. I have to post all of those. You've been making them, and I don't think I've posted since like 15 or something. So I have a backlog. We have a playlist.
I've been putting them on playlisters. So
okay, so we have a playlist for every single episode of this show. So if you loved the songs in a show, you can just go listen to it as a playlist. Can you turn me off so I'm not echoing, or did you want to say something? That's okay. So again, Dead Target, we played Better Empty, DJ Patrick. We premiered Breathe by Tension Splash. Please go get on that pre-save. Thank you very much. We played LOE. We played Luke Deuce. We did Project Nineless and Sewer Drone. We did Blind Shadow Vortex and Crow. And then we did Trick Shot and Brolos Band. Am I missing anybody? No. We didn't get to as many today because we had a lot to talk about, but that's okay. That's okay. And we have one more. And this is a song called Wasted Summer by Seems Like Tuesday. And this one, the video just came out like a week ago. Not even, I don't think.
Yeah, it looks like it might have been done at the Jersey Shore.
And it's the streaming, as far as I know, it comes out on September 13th. So in a way, this is kind of a premiere of sorts, I think, but not exactly. So we'll call it a pseudo premiere, a second year. I don't know. But this is a full-on nostalgia track. If you lost your summer to like a shitty breakup, or you were working, or you had to go to summer school, or you just didn't get enough to spend enough time just enjoying your summer, which feels like pretty much every summer that you have once you graduate high school, I think. This is the song for you. So you're going to enjoy Wasted Summer, Seems Like Tuesday.
Someone told me long ago, just live your life, enjoy the show. Every waking minute has come and gone. It should have been the time of my life. Had another wasted summer. Overbooked up tonight. Had another wasted summer. I wish I could go back in time. Had another wasted summer. I only want to take you right. Had another wasted summer. Overbooked up tonight. Had another wasted. Should have been the time of my life.
I love it. That is like, I mean, you know, that's a Jersey band right there. You know, that her voice, it's driving me crazy because she sounds just like someone, but I cannot place it for the life of me. And I feel like it wasn't Bananarama. It wasn't like the Bangles. It wasn't like, I don't know who it was, but it was making me nuts because I couldn't place it. But love that. Love the just straightforward, you know, how hard the track was, the softer vocals. And also anytime there's a video at the beach, I love watching a guitarist with no amp and no cables, just on the beach, just fully like, you know, in reality, it was like, boom, 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 boom. So I loved it. I thought that was a great video. It's a great song. It was a great way to end the show. What did we think, guys, of Wasted Summer Seems Like Tuesday?
No, that was killer. No, straight down my alleyway, as you can imagine. That 10 pins down. Kind of reminded me, Gin Blossoms was the first thing that stuck into mind.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
And then, but you know, it's kind of like Gin Blossoms kind of like have that little, like, same kind of vibe, but they kind of inflect upwards, whereas this was a slight downward inflection.
Yeah.
And also Refugee by Tom Petty. It's like, yeah, I get that too.
Okay. I hear it now that you said that. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
And if you want to
Steven.
bring the Jersey thing in, that's definitely Murder Incorporated by Springsteen.
Okay, look at you throwing your Jersey in and your Springsteen in. You did it. You you under the wire. Quarter Flash. That's a good one, Richie. That might have been who I was thinking of. On my heart. Yeah, maybe. All right, Steven, what did we think of Seems Like Tuesday?
That's classic rock behind some great vocals, continuous vocals, which I really enjoyed, to be fair. And then stick a church behind the scene. You got November Rain in there. It's just absolutely awesome.
Oh, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
that's really interesting. Okay.
And a very happy song, even though it's a dark subject in a way, but it's a happy song. But I can't place where I've heard it. I can't. No.
It's maybe it's just them. Maybe it's like one of those people that look so much like everybody but isn't anybody that you met. You're like, who are you? And they're like, yeah, me. Gio, have you placed it? Do we know? Because a lot of times we have that hive mind thing, you and I. So
I haven't placed it. I think it is Jersey, but I have not figured it out.
Okay.
It's worth research. I liked her kind of satiny voice, but it had that hint of a satin belt that was trying to come out. And it's just going to be that smoother, hard note coming into play. Classic rock overall, and I couldn't knock the video of the Jersey Shore full of journey stairs, you know, where they're just looking off into the horizon. And it was nothing but that.
We just needed a mullet, a members only jacket, a keyboard stapled to the wall, like a chick just back and forth in a really tight leather skirt, and Snooki. I think it was missing a Snooki or two. But I think is there really such a thing as missing Snooki? I don't think so. No, that was great. And again, I love anything female fronted. That was a really fun one to end on. Guys, what a fucking show. Really, like the music that we get every week is just, and I mean, there are so many people that we didn't get to. But
the
you know, we will
fronted in this community is awesome.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So many good bands. I can't rattle. I mean, I can, Elaine J and Synthetic Blonde and Shannon Darcy and Sugarcane Firewater. There just so many good female fronted bands. But let's see, Pat Benatar, 100%. That wasn't who I was thinking, but I hear what you hear, Stephen. Okay, Tuna Ferrari also agrees. Hi. Rob Bennett, very cool. I love it too. Blind Shadow Vortex says nice break there. Yeah, singling out the vocals and coming back with those epic harmonies. That is not easy to do that a cappella like that. Yeah, see, Freaky and I got the Elaine vibe too. That I think Elaine will like it. Sounds so professional, tight, great vocals, great song. Tasty solo, says Jack Phantom. Subtlety Tracy says nice vocal, tight harmony. Tight music. I can't read it now. I'm so tired. Richie says awesome harmony, solid hook. Nice vocal part there, fast and harmonized. Also not easy to do. Joey loves her voice, and the band is rocking out. They were rocking out. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, thanks for another amazing show. Can't wait to go back and watch the whole thing. Absolutely 100%. We are always in perpetuity on YouTube. So anyone who misses, and we're going to have the playlist coming out. I got to really post those. I'm so busy with the playlist or stuff that I haven't been. Poor Greg makes a playlist for this every week, and I never remember to post them. So I'll just probably put them all out at once. Like 54,000 playlists.
22.
Thank you all for tonight.
54,022. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. We are
guys.
not live next week. We are not. It is the first time, I think, it's not all summer, but it's most of the summer.
Most of the summer.
Because we did not have a studio. So we have to make a thank you to Packet Loss, who's been very patient. We taped their interview, I don't know, in 2019, maybe at this point. It feels a really long time ago. We were supposed to premiere Timed Out for them. Our entire studio just exploded, basically, and we didn't have it for 2 months. And so we haven't been able to edit because all the computers were tarped up. We are back in here now, which means that Greg has been feverishly afebrile, really, but with the intensity of someone who was slightly warmed by body temperature, editing the video and editing the interview, and it's going to be ready. So we're going to premiere that on Monday, the 2nd. I'm thinking it's probably going to be significantly earlier than we usually meet because we want the band to actually be able to be there. So that we may be looking at like a 5 or 6 o'clock at night. Keep an eye out for the time. It's going to be early. But it's a good way to spend your Labor Day in the US and your Monday if you're not.
Freaky.
So I want to thank very much our amazing panel. This was so much fun. Having each of you would have been great. Having all 3 of you together was terrific. I want to thank Geo, Big Deck Energy. If you are a band and you are not in Geo's deck, get in Geo's deck. It is a free project. Your music, a link to whatever you want to link to, as long as it's not your OnlyFans, although that's probably negotiable with Geo. For free, your location, everything. He will make you a card faster than you can type, and you will be immortalized in a deck of cards. We have Dave from Trick Shot, who just so glad to see you. Really glad to see you. Have missed you. I'm glad we actually got to hang out. Steven, my sweetheart, it is so late there. You're going to go right to bed. We'll DM goodnight, and then you'll go right to bed. Kiss Barney for us. And Greg, thank you for putting this show together, as you always do.
Love and respect to all of you.
So we love you too.
Sure.
Thank you.
That's it, guys. That's another Voxing guest in the books. We'll see you next time. Bye. That was so coordinated. It's like the Rockettes.